The bird's eye view, okay? The most important thing with your song is that you tell your story. And when I start writing a song, my goal is to try and step back. Once I've created a riff that I like, it's to step back and go, what do I want from this song? Do I want it to be complex? Do I want it to be simple? Do I want it to be rock and roll? Like, what do I want from this so I can get it done? And that we're going to get to in just a minute when we get to the last one, the number 6, the black hole. What do I want to be able to accomplish this song? Okay. What do I see with this? When I take a step back and I have a bird's eye view, what do I see for this song? What do I want it to be? Okay, which gets to the next part. Minimal sections or many sections, right? Is it a verse, chorus, verse kind of Black Label Society sort of thing? Or is it a crazy Meshuggah Dream Theater thing where it's 18 minutes long and it's all these different parts? You know, if anybody out there listens to Meshuggah, cool, some of you do. If you listen to Meshuggah, basically their music is like just you start at the beginning of a song and then you go to the end of the song and nothing ever repeats. Like it's just a continuous thought all the way through of these different things. Now, yes, some parts repeat, but it's not a verse, chorus, verse kind of thing. It's entirely different than that. So what do you want from it? When you look at that bird's eye view, what are you trying to create here? Okay? The next part of the bird's eye view, time changes, tempo changes, double time, half time. What do you see with the groove of this song, right? Is it a slower, dirgy kind of thing, right? Is it a gent kind of song, if you know what gent is? Okay. Is it just a Pantera-ish sort of Texas groove, metal groove? What are you looking for, right? And you can move from, you can have, which we're going to get to. All this stuff is in here. I'm so happy. But your drum beat might be a and then all of a sudden you go into like a double time thing, right? There's so many great things that you can do that are pretty typical and they work really great. And again, in the number 1 there, finding inspiration, you can listen to songs and see what they do. Not just the guitar parts, but the drum parts and the bass parts, right? There's a bunch of great stuff. Intro, outro. When we look at the Stargazer song in this guitar course, you're going to see that the intro and the outro to the song came way later. I didn't even perceive the idea for the intro to the song until I was almost done with the song and went, hey, I should go back and put this on the beginning. And I wrote an intro to it because there wasn't an intro. It started with a riff that became a thing, that became multiple things. And eventually I went back and went, yeah, I need to write an intro to this and put that on there, and that's in there. So intros and outros, harmonies, solos like we talked about before. Okay, I don't envision all these things right away, but I envision the idea, the bed of the song. And then I start implementing these ideas by going, should I have a halftime thing or a double time thing here, right? Is this song more based off groove or is it more of a thrash metal-y thing, right? Is it more of a chordal idea? If anybody out there likes In Flames is a prime example of a band where I love In Flames. In Flames started off being more of, the early days, they were a bit more raw. Thank you. Some people like In Flames as well. They were more raw. Their songs were just like now their songs are more song structured. So before there were many sections and there was a lot of stuff going on. Now it's a little more, like them now or whatever. Everybody's got different opinions on them. I still like them, but it's just a very different band now than they were, 10 years ago. So anyway, let's move on to number 3. The groove to build. Okay, this is so important. Using some sort of drum software. This changed my whole life when it came to computers and, tablets and all that sort of thing, was having an availability of a drum groove. Now, I'm going to try and show you if I can. Give me a second here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, hopefully the video is still okay here, and you can hear me okay. Check 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to show you a program that I use. I use a bunch of different programs, but one of them is called TuneTrack, okay? And TuneTrack makes a program called Easy Drummer, and I use Easy Drummer for writing a lot. So let me show you this quick. Give me a second here. Okay, you should be able to see that, hopefully. I can't make it any bigger, unfortunately, but basically what I can do here, if you can hear me, is I can go over here. I have all of these different packs that I've purchased, and what I can do is I can pull up something. So let's say I want Library of the Extreme, which I think you know what that's going to sound like. So I go over here, I grab an idea. I'm going to turn that up so you can hear it a little bit. And see, I can use that. I can use that. Now I could try something else. Maybe I come over here and try this. Now see how cool that would be to go from here to that. Okay, let me move back. Just stay with me. Ah! I think I'm back. Hello, okay. So anyway, trying that stuff live is always kind of dangerous because I never know how it's going to turn out for you guys. But anyway, you can see that's where it starts for me is I'll sometimes just sit down and I'll start messing around with a drum groove. And then that will give me an idea. So I've got this. Now they don't have to go side by side like that. That first one the double time one might go for a while and I've got a riff over that. And then it goes into the halftime thing and the riff still keeps going. But it sounds cool because the drums shift underneath.